So I myself have been homeless for off and on for 3 years, consistently for two. Me and Randy got together, and he had been homeless for about 8, and he didn't really start looking for a place till I came into the picture. And we finally got one at WIPP, and it's a shithole, but it's a start.
So, my name is Stephen Alls. I was born in North York, Ontario, right off the highway at Jane and Finch. 40 years old, just recently, as of January 5th, 2024. Um, as to life living on the streets, it's not an easy cake or an easy slice to take down, or even an easy page if it was in a book with pictures and pop-ups. Still not easy. It's harder than reading The Stand, if you will. But the hardest part is the stigmatism that other people with, at least the people in the middle class and the upper class sitting there and staring at you going, "Oh, all homeless people are the exact same. All they want is money for free money for drugs. They don't want to do any actual real work. They're probably all lazy." When in turn, in order just to make some money, the average homeless person either goes out and does 8 hours of panhandling minimum, pulls shopping carts around, or rides a bike or walks and collects cans and bottles that are alcoholic for returning them just to make a little bit of scratch or change, Skrilla, cash.
Like I'm 48 fucking years old. Like I know I don't look 48, but I still look older than than a teenager or something like that. So the fact that they thought it was okay for whatever reason, or however, whatever age they thought I was, that they thought it was okay to treat somebody like that, that pisses me off.
So I'm Geraldine Lemagres. I'm 30 years old and I was born in Chile, South America. Um, I came here to Canada when I was a year and a half with my mom and my sister, here to meet my dad who was already here. And at 27, from postpartum depression, I decided to get up and leave just randomly. I knew it was very spontaneous and I wasn't thinking. I just got up and left, trying to go back to school to get a career or something. And I met a partner. I met a partner which I stayed with for 3 years, and that's how I ended up in homelessness because I didn't understand how that he was had mental health issues and addictions. I wasn't an addict at that point. I had dabbled a little bit, but the addiction with methamphetamine started at that point at 27 because I was told it's an aphrodisiac, and I wasn't thinking. It was new life. I was at school, and I had just got a job too. Um, this like person I was with, his mental health issues and addictions caused him to be very angry, violent. He was already like he liked to um, dabble in like shoplifting, and his life was just different. He grew up differently, more of the streets, I guess. I wasn't ready for that, so the way that he was, I wasn't prepared. It really affected me mentally. At that point, like a year into the relationship, my mom. This is in 2021. She passed by suicide in our apartment, in our home. Um, and that really spiraled. I wasn't seeing my children at that point. I was suffering a lot because I couldn't. There was an emotional um, manipulation, maybe not intentional, from my partner, and he just couldn't leave. He was very needy. I was too insecure. Didn't know how to stick up for myself or say no. So I hadn't seen my children. My mom passed by suicide, and slowly I lost my job, couldn't finish school, and I ended up homeless because since he wasn't working, no place. He tried to help me, going to friends, this and that, but the hidden homelessness started.
My name's MJ David. Um, 28, and I'm homeless in Oshawa. And a lot of people have misconceptions about how drug use actually occurs, especially in Oshawa, honestly. Like, yeah, it's really prevalent, but a lot of drug dependency isn't always drug addiction. A lot of drug use is an addiction. And that doesn't always mean you're like a total fiend or anything. Like, drugs don't steal from people. And I've only been dependent on like opiates specifically, like the physical dependency for the past few months since I got a little more burnt out and gave up myself a little bit. But I've used drugs off and on for the past probably 15 years of my life. Like marijuana, acid, shrooms, and like more rarely like cocaine or crack, methamphetamines, and opiates like fentanyl. Only like very recently I've been more fentanyl. As far as that goes, like people do treat you differently when they think you're on drugs. But like something like having scabs or something doesn't mean you're on drugs. That can mean you haven't slept very well, or you have anxiety or exploration disorder. I got diagnosed with exploration disorder when I was 11, but that was just anxiety related. And people do judge you and treat you differently based off of that for sure. And yeah, honestly, you feel like you have to hide it, but just because like you're on drugs doesn't mean you're a drug addict, and it doesn't mean you're a bad person. So like well over half a year ago, I ended up having to pay someone back like about $40. And I had this on me for weeks and I could not find the dude. But as soon as he was broke, he popped up out of nowhere. And yeah, I just like full on like sucker punched me in the side of the face. I didn't have anything on me at the time. And it was on the ground. He like hit me again, which surprised me. So I actually like got me on that one. The third time he tried to kick me in the face. Then I like, kind of blocked him by catching his foot in my knees and pulling him forward. And then one of my friends came up behind me and like shoved him away at that point. Yeah, that was really ridiculous, honestly. Like, I've been trying to find the dude for weeks and given up at that point. But as soon as he was broke, he bought it back, of course. It was odd.